One for the money, yes sir, two for the show, three for the phone, Polonius, smoke my saxophones in the throat. I go for broke, do not go broke. So choke on all these quotes, ho. Smoke whatever you smoke, use a joke, a Facebook post. Slow to get it, so I get bad like Wild and Briar. Fuel to the fire, the funk squad stay down like flat tires. Looking at Maya as we inspire, yo get badness. Rap music's in a state of sadness, so relish and be glad it's the comeback for the first time since the first rhyme. I've been the most to get bad, Jack Carter. I'm opponent for the host like Ad and Vert. Get bad or get hurt. I killed it like a plaid man skirt. Turn up.
Too bad, you mad, so sad, and I'm glad, man, cause we some bad motherfuckers, man.
Greetings, and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Greetings. This episode, we're going to focus on the outerwear vest. Now, different subsets of the overall culture sometimes give items nicknames, right? A particular ski jacket back in the late 80s, early 90s ended up being termed the suicide ski. Now, me personally, I don't like that particular ideology because it was based on people losing their lives, right? It was overall the scenario is that this particular Ralph Lauren ski jacket, when worn in certain areas of New York, was like committing suicide. I just think that's corny. I'll never refer to that jacket or anything that fell into that realm as the suicide ski. But that said, a lot of pieces get different nicknames, all right? For the most part, I tend to, just because I'm a bit, detached from the streets, I tend to just look at things as what they are and what they're called. That's just how I like to move. That's just me. I don't look down on anybody else who does it their way, right? But that said, and I don't know if this gentleman created this name, but a gentleman named Lord Ralph London, who is also a secondhand vendor on Instagram, and I'll put his name up there, his Instagram handle, and I think it's safe to assume that he is across the pond. But anyway, I saw he posted a couple of outerwear vests, a couple of down vests, puffer vests, and he called them body warmers, and I thought that was pretty cool. So that's what we're going to do today, body warmers, all right? Now, the body warmer is a perfect piece transitionally for late fall, early winter, at least where I'm located. Because late fall and early winter is where you really start seeing the consistent highs of mid to high 50s to low 60s, all right? And then as you start trickling into early December, you typically start seeing nothing higher than mid 50s, all right, and then even lower, all right. So the body warmer is a perfect transition for that time frame, which is now, because body warmers are sleeveless, so your actual body is kept warmer than your overall top half because your arms don't have as much of a layer on them, right? But if layered properly for whatever the temperature is, whatever the weather may be, but if layered properly, a body warmer is just a perfect piece to keep you warm. All right, so to function, you'll still be warm on your arms, again, depending on the temperature and how many layers you do. And visually, they're great. All right, visually they're great, and they can be anywhere from super duper casual all the way up to damn near just completely dressed, complete, almost corporate you can get with a body warmer. All right, now we've done body warmers before, puffer vests, but we're going to do that again today. All right, 2 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing. All right, now I'm going to already tell you, the rigs, in my opinion, fantastic. All right, fantastic. But the ensemble I'm wearing is my favorite. All right, and I will absolutely tell you why. But let's start at the bottom. The Nixon Brogue boot in the snuff. All right, snuff dress casual boot, wingtip pattern. All right, so wingtip boot, brogue boot. The bottom of the boot is more of a hiking material, hiking pattern, hiking cut. So it's not completely dressy, but it's not completely casual because of the vamp and wingtip pattern. So that's what makes it a dress casual boot. All right, these boots can function in inclement weather, but with this beautiful suede and pattern, you probably want to, keep that to a minimum. All right, I pulled out these cream-based navy blue Fair Isle socks. All right, Fair Isle socks have somewhat of a Nordic pattern, and you'll see and get the entire thought process behind the socks once we get up top here. Small well corduroy, slim fit, navy. No, self-explanatory. All right, self-explanatory. Now, top half. This particular sweater is a Polo Blue Label toggle mock neck Nordic pattern sweater. All right, beautiful Nordic patterns, ruby red on a ruby red cream, a little bit of navy on a collard green sweater. All right, ribbed at the waist, ribbed at the sleeves. Just a beautiful fall holiday piece. All right, threw it over top of a green and white striped OCBD. No neckwear, although those options are definitely open when it's actually worn outside. All right, neckwear is definitely an option, whether it be bow tie, necktie, scarf. I have options there if I want to dress it up a little further. Went with the tweed leather bill dad cap, ruby red polo player, houndstooth with a window pane pattern over top of the tweed, leather buckle in the back. Just gives the overall rustic chic vibe to this ensemble. All right. Now, one of the more ultimate piece of the resistances is this body warmer. Let me tell you about this body warmer. Saw it while casually scrolling eBay. And I did everything I could to talk myself out of buying it. I said, nope, gotta be a woman's. For that price, the way that looks, gotta be a woman's. No way. Had to go and look. I ended up looking at 4 different body warmers in my collection. And the clasp, the actual button part, was all on the same side as this piece online. I'm like, there's no way. Looked at the measurements. Gotta be at least a 22 to a 22 and a half pit to pit. That's really my only concern. I'm like, watch, I'm gonna go look at the measurements again. It's gotta be 22 and a half. I said, man, this is a dude's. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this cause for $50, $50. Let me go ahead and buy this, man. They ain't gonna send it, or it's gonna come and it's gonna have a giant hole in the back or something. There's no way. Not only did it come, and not only did it have a tag hanging on it, that for me, that don't mean it's brand new with tags. Yes, it was advertised as brand new with tags, but anybody can put a rugby tag on. All right, we know that. I know certain circumstances that it is possible for rugby pieces to be new, not just because it was sitting in somebody's closet, but it actually could have been sitting in a warehouse for years and made its way to the back of house of some Polo Ralph Lauren outlet store, and an employee saw it and bought it at a ridiculous discount, or they put it on a clearance rack and got it up out of there. I also know that's possible because I've seen it firsthand. As y'all know, I used to work for the company, right? That said, when it came, man, I just was like, Jesus Christ. I tried it on. I was like, this is crazy. And what was even more of icing on the cake was the fact that visually I'm looking at this thing online and I'm in love with it, to the point that I didn't even read the description, right? When it arrived and I tried it on, I said, wait a minute. It's only nylon on the inside. It's puffered and nylon and feather filled on the inside. The outside is a fully wool sweater. And it said it in the description. It said sweater puffer. And like I said, visually, I wasn't trying to pay attention to none of that. So, oh man, kangaroo pockets. The outside is a wool sweat, man. Listen, bro. Whew. That's why you gotta love to come up sometimes. Sometimes the come up is just fantastic. Now that said, I've completely dumped eBay, and I'm gonna tell y'all why next week. All right, I'm gonna tell you in detail why next week, but just let you know, I will only purchase on eBay. I will never sell on eBay again ever in my life. That's a promise. All right. If I can't sell it on Instagram, if I can't sell it through this platform, then it ain't meant to be sold. But I ain't selling shit else on eBay. Y'all already know I've been left Poshmark. I'm done with them. All right. But yeah, this was an amazing purchase, man, and it just completed this ensemble. All right. Fragrance of the ensemble. Fragrance of the episode. Ralph's Club. Now, why Ralph's Club? Because Ralph's Club for me is still the longest lasting fragrance of the Ralph Lauren fragrances, and that's what you want when you're talking about body warmers, when you're talking about outdoor events, outdoor outings, when you're talking about just being outdoors. You want a fragrance that's going to last long. You put this on in the morning where it's supposed to be boom, 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 before you put your clothes on, boom. You put this on in the morning and maybe you outside, maybe you chopping wood, maybe you just smoking a pipe, relaxing outside in that beautiful fall, crispy tasting weather. Maybe you're going on a small hike. Maybe you're in the mountains and you're just taking in the scenery. But what you can be guaranteed of is when you come home at night and take your clothes off and either lay in your bed alone or get ready to do that thing we all love to do, you still gonna smell like Ralph's Club. All right. Now your pheromones might not be as superior as mine. I come from a long line of superior pheromones. Mm-hmm. That said, this lasts on me 10, 12 hours. Easy. All right. So that's why I made this fragrance of the ensemble and fragrance of the episode. But I digest. Now, without any further ado, let's get into this episode, man. Body warmers. Y'all ready? Me too. Well, let's go. Our first rig, I should say, features a body warmer that you've seen on this channel before, but hey, it's one of the sweetest body warmers ever made. And I never said I didn't wear things more than once. Never claimed that. I never claimed that, okay? I'm not that guy. I'm Mr. Parker, all right? Anywho, this is well, I guess before this one, this was my favorite body warmer because of the material, the fabric, which is suede. Because of the fabric and just the way it's constructed, the simplicity of it, it has the widest range, right? From super casual, because this body warmer with a pair of sweats, a hoodie, and some sneakers, yes, works. It works. This body warmer with a dress shirt, and a necktie, a pair of dress slacks, yes, it works very well. All right. So this was definitely my favorite body warmer before this beautiful beast entered my repertoire. All right. But that said, this is the dressiest of the 3 looks that we have today. All right. But this is a great look. This look ends up being perfect for multiple outings. All right. It could just be an outing around town. This works. It could be an outing around town closer to Thanksgiving or Christmas. It works because of the sweater. All right. And we're going to get into the details. But even with the particular pair of shoes that were picked for this ensemble, even with this footwear, you can still go to the mountains and do some forms of outdoor activities. All right. Now, would I recommend hiking up Grandfather Mountain? No, not with this ensemble. I would not. I mean, if your pockets are like that, then great. But for what this suede body warmer, for what this suede body warmer costs retail, I wouldn't want to do that. Nope, wouldn't want to. But you could still be in the mountains. You could still be in the mood and mode of enjoying nature, being outside, doing certain things with this ensemble. All right, but that's enough of that. Let's start from the bottom. I broke out the sandalwoods. All right, I've had these boots over 10 years. All right, haven't worn them that often, but when I do, they do numbers. All right, as you can see, rustic brown, white, rubberized sole. All right, rustic brown boot with that boat shoe influence as far as the vamp is concerned. The side is what gets you your numbers, and that's because it has that vintage tweed patchwork on the sides of your boot, man. It's just a beautiful materials, man. All right, keep the socks simple, man. Nice pair of just comfy, cozy rag socks. All right, scroll up. We have a pair of cargo pants. All right, these are twill. All right, these are twill cargo pants, so they feel very similar to a suede. They look very similar to a suede. They are a chocolate brown, which is a rare color for a pair of cargos, and they're slim fit with the cargo pockets close to the pants for a more dressier look. All right, a cleaner look than your typical baggy pocket classic fit cargos. All right, scroll up. We have this sweater here. Now, most times, I'm gonna stop and tell a story here. Most times, 999 times out of 1,000, when I buy something, I buy it to wear it. This particular piece, I actually bought it with the thought in mind of reselling it. Why? Because this is a double RL sweater. All right, Nordic pattern, reindeer at the bottom, towards right there above the ribbed waist. A dark oatmeal, almost a pewter oatmeal base with cream, and the Nordic pattern is all cream. This was $35 on eBay about a year ago when I bought this. And I was like, are y'all serious? I bought it to resell it for $250, $300, and it would have flew off the shelf for that price. It's double RL. It's nothing wrong with it. It's a Nordic pattern. It's heavy in weight. It's 100% wool. This thing would have, I wouldn't have had this thing an hour. It wouldn't have, I would have posted this on Instagram at 2:50 and it would have been gone in an hour. But the problem was, or is that when it arrived in size medium, I tried it on. It's one of the few double RL pieces that's cut big. I said, oh no, we're not selling this. Folded her up, put her with the stack of winter sweaters, right? And that's where she's been till right now. Beautiful piece, man. Speaks volumes. It says exactly what it needs to say. It says holiday spirit. It says I'm a Nordic guy. It says I know what I'm doing. All right. We threw that over a plaid sports shirt, something simple, nothing too major. We have a solid olive twill tie. I do have a barleycorn tweed tie that I may substitute when I do wear this ensemble. All right. The Polo Blue Label Estate driving cap is indigo. It's patchwork, just like the boots. All right. So you put the two together, man, and you got a great look. And then the piece de resistance, like I said, this suede body warmer. All right. Suede body warmer, smaller stitching, not smaller stitching. The stitching is closer together than normal puffer vest. So to me, it gives it a more sophisticated look that way. All right. You have a left breast slanted pocket. All right. You have kangaroo pockets that with zip enclosures. And again, cognac in hue, suede fabric. It's just a beautiful piece. And if it's something that you're able to, if it's something that your budget will allow you to buy, I would suggest by all means, if you are a body warmer type of guy, by all means, you want to go ahead and make this purchase. It's a purchase that your ROI, your return on investment, is going to be worth what you pay for this, because again, you can throw this on, Saturday morning, 45, 50 degrees outside. You got to run to the grocery store. Your son, your grandson, your better half. She really wants you to cook your famous breakfast this morning, and most of the ingredients you got to go out and get. You can throw on a pair of sweats, all right, your favorite sweatshirt, and this vest with a nice pair of sneakers, just a nice clean pair of sneakers, and you're secure in your look. Your look is a vibe, right? Or you could be going into the office. You ain't been in the office. You've been working from home for months. You could be going into the office, and you like, you know what? Let me do something a little different. You break out them cognac Denver cap toes, right? A pair of gray window pane dress slacks. Whew. All right. A nice spread collared white shirt, a brand new heraldic tie you just bought, and throw this vest on. Yeah. This is an investment, man. Your ROI is going to be through the roof, man. So cop you a vest like this if you don't already have one. I know the price point is like, cop it anyway, man. I promise you it's worth it. Now for our last look, I'm going to do what artists do. What do artists do? That's right. Jern, I heard you, buddy. Applause to Jern. He got it first. I heard him say it first. Artists paint pictures. So I'm going to paint a picture for you. You're at the mountains with your significant other. Nice, just quaint, relaxing, tranquil vibes, y'all got to your cabin Friday evening, right? You put some logs on the fire, you poured a little wine, you threw Andre 3000's flute album on, New Blue Sun, I think that's the name of it. You threw that on, and man, between the wine, 3-stack, the fire, the crackling of the fire, the outdoor sounds of nature, you ain't even fuck your old lady. Like y'all made love. Y'all was making love all night. What? Making love all night. Get up the next morning. She does something she rarely does and doesn't do that well in the first place. She cooked breakfast, but it's actually pretty good. I guess you motivated her. The night before, right? So y'all are both, because coming in, y'all saw a lot of stuff, closing down or about to close for the evening. But y'all saw a lot of nice little cute little stores, right? Just little stores, handcrafts, handmade blankets here, things like that, right? So y'all want to go down the mountain and walk around a little town, take in some sights, get some real coffee in your system, stuff like that. This ensemble is perfect. You hear me? This ensemble is perfect for that. All right? This ensemble is perfect for that because, and let's be honest, all right? And nothing is a monolith, but let's be honest. Most people in these small towns ain't gonna be able to outdress us. They don't know polo sport from Beverly Hills Polo Club. I know it's sad. Also, almost make your stomach turn like, but it is what it is, right? So you don't have to jump way out there, you know what I mean? But you still that Ralph Lauren guy. So you still gotta do what you gotta do. Now, also, you might have that type of other half that she gets visibly frustrated when y'all go anywhere in public and people are looking at you and complimenting your ensemble. It's not my fault you can't dress, honey bum. Get some swag in you. You had some in you last night. Get some swag in you today. Anywho, I digest. This ensemble's perfect for that 3-day, 4-day weekend at the mountains, walking to town, right? Let's start at the bottom, but you can already see where I'm headed with this, all right? I'm going to say the older brother of the boots that I'm wearing, all right? The Nixon leathers, all right? Leather Nixon boot, dress casual, beautiful hue of chocolate brown. And the vamp portion of the wingtip is suede brown. And these are a gorgeous pair of boots. They are absolutely positively not for hiking up mountains, not for walking through wet leaves. Again, perfect for being in the town, visiting little stores, patronizing small businesses, etc. at the little towns at the bottom of the mountain. All right, scroll up. We have the little brother of Rig One's cargo pants. These are a pair of boating khaki hued slim fit cargos. Again, same, close to the thigh pockets for a dressier look than your typical fat ass cargo pockets on the classic fat rounded cargo pants. All right. Now, as we scroll up, we have an OCBD, a nice heavyweight, damn near flannel OCBD, plaid patterns, beautiful fall colors throughout this OCBD, and it is layered under this beautiful polo sport Ralph Lauren Fair Isle sweater. You did see this last year. Guess what? You're seeing it again. You're seeing it again because it's a gorgeous piece, right? The Kelly Green Heather is such a unique base color for a Fair Isle sweater, all right? The Kelly Green Heather, the Polo Sport Ralph Lauren written right across the chest, all right? Above and below the Polo Sport Ralph Lauren, you have beautiful beautiful hues of orange, a sun yellow, navy, and ruby red with a pinkish tan. Man, oh man, this is a beautiful, beautiful sweater. Below the Polo Sport, you have those same colors, but not in a Fair Isle pattern and a motif. You have a pewter colored mountain. You have the sun yellow on the actual sun, and then you have what looks to be fall trees in a little bit of ruby red and a lot of orange. Across the back, you have 1992, the year of Polo Sport. Man, this Fair Isle sweater is freaking gorgeous. Now, the featured piece, however, is this body warmer. Now, you might recognize this body warmer. This is the same body warmer to where several episodes ago, I needed this body warmer for a particular ensemble, and the jackass on eBay never sent the piece out, and I had to wait forever for my little $42, right? Well, I ended up finding it again for the exact same price. This time it got shipped in a timely manner, left 5-star feedback. Now I got my vest. All right. Denim and Supply, the navy blue based puffer vest. It has Western inspired cuts on the shoulder with faux suede over the shoulder, and then a shearling collar to keep that neck warm. Beautiful, beautiful piece. It works here. It gives the vibes of fitting in with the locals while also standing out. All right. The cut of your cargos stands out, but they're cargos, so you fit in, right? Your sweater, that's a standout piece. All right. But this vest definitely fits in with the locals, but it stands out because they'll think this is real leather on your shoulders, and the shearling lining just screams outdoor living. All right. So this entire ensemble, again, like I said, is a beautiful ensemble, and it doesn't have to be for that particular picture that I painted for you. Of course, you can wear this around your town, your city, but for that particular picture I painted, this right here is the perfect ensemble. And that's another episode in the books. Body warmers. What you think? Which one was your favorite ensemble? All right. Which one was your favorite style of body warmers? Because we, in essence, ended up with 3 different styles. All right. 3 different styles as far as the looks, 3 different styles of body warmers, which is the featured piece. So what'd you think? Which one was your favorite? Also, I want to hear from those who are watching who maybe were never a fan of body warmers or don't own any body warmers. And if so, why? I mean, if you live in South Florida, if you live in maybe, well, no, because even LA gets cooler nights, so a body warmer wouldn't be a bad idea. So let's just stick with South Florida, where we know it's pretty much never below 60, 65, 70. Now I'm talking South Florida. From what I understand, Orlando, they get pretty cool nights. And they get a semblance of fall as well. But if you're living in South Florida, I can understand you never being interested in a body warmer. But if you are not a fan of body warmers or don't own any body warmers, why? Why don't you? And did this episode influence you to maybe look into them more? Good question, I think. Also, Mr. Parker does have a birthday coming up. All right. Mr. Parker's birthday is November 28th. That's a Tuesday. I hear you. Calm down. Yes, I hear you. Well, what you want for your birthday, Mr. Parker? I hear it. Listen, a $5 or $10 donation to the channel is all I'm asking for. That would be perfect. Because at this point, I'm just trying to grow the platform. I'm trying to take us to the top. So anything that can help the platform, $5, $10 donation would be great. If it's your first time donating, I appreciate you. If it's your 50th time donating, salute. You already know I appreciate y'all, right? So that would be a great birthday gift from y'all to yours truly. Before we leave, I want to show this clip, right? And please just bear with me. We ain't done nothing like this before, but I want to show this clip because I just think that some of my non-black brethren need to hear this so they can just kind of have a better understanding. You know what I mean? It's not a personal shot at anybody in particular, nothing like that. It's just that if you've never been outside of your immediate surroundings for any period of time, then you just may not understand how certain people from another culture think, how they act or react without any context, right? So I'm gonna play this clip. Please watch the entire clip. Please pay attention, and then I'll have a brief comment at the end.
A quick story that has me literally shaking right now. So for context, I drive trucks, and I stop at this Denny's to grab a coffee because I'm addicted to caffeine. I went in there to get my coffee to go, and then I walked to the bathroom, but as I'm walking to the bathroom, it's this old guy sitting to the left with about 12 people that's celebrating his 89th birthday. I got a call from my dispatcher, and he was like, yo, you can chill, no rush, they're not ready for the freight, so you can relax a little bit. Sat down, ordered some food, so now I'm sitting like across from the guy that's celebrating his birthday. Time goes by, I'm down there at the end of my meal, and everybody that basically came to celebrate with him had left, so now it's just him and his wife. So as I get up to go wash my hands, I see him and I give him a smile. I'm like, happy birthday, young man, 89. That's a lot of memory to have. Here's the thing, I don't even know why I said that. He could have had Alzheimer's. I'm not even sure what I meant by that. But that's what I said, and he said, well, thank you, young man. And he smiled, and he kind of just stared at me, and I just walked back there and washed my fucking hands. So I come back, and his wife is gone. She's talking to some other lady that goes to the same church they do, and he sees me, he says, come here. And I said, yes? And he said, there are way too many things that I wish I could forget. And I said, yeah, man, you make it to damn near 100 years old. I'm pretty sure you got a handful of regrets. And he looked at me with the most serious look ever and said, you have no idea. Well, now I'm curious. Do tell. He said, I used to be a firefighter through the 60s and 70s. I said, that's what's up. That's a very commendable job. And he said, yeah, it should be. He said the 60s and 70s was a different time in every way possible. You know that, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no shit. He said, back in those times, I was a way different man, and who knew that we'd get to the point where we are in society today, and I'd be feeling the way I'm feeling about the decisions that I made back in those times. So I'm like, man, you won't fucking tell me, bro. So right before he took a very long pause, he looked at me and said, back in those times, it was very common for firefighters that looked like me to leave people that looked like you and burning houses and buildings and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us. He said more times than he'd like to admit, he would hear screaming black people and children in burning buildings and houses and apartments and stores and cars, and he would literally just pretend he didn't hear it. Last time doing it was when he made eye contact with the baby that he deliberately went into a building to save and deliberately didn't. And he said that was the last time he did it, and he quit that year. He said the nightmare still hasn't stopped. He still hasn't forgiven himself, and therapy helps, but it's still a living nightmare to have those memories. And I guess that shit just shocked me so much because when it came to firefighters, I never thought of them like that. Like when it came to like police officers, lawyers, and judges, and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a fuck, especially police officers. We knew they didn't give a fuck about us. But I don't know why that didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody had a hand in deliberately making our lives worse. When I calmed down from being mad enough to want to pull the plug on his ass, I thought about it, and I was like, of course they did this. Of course they did this shit. Duh. Like, why was I even shocked? Like, of course. But it is something that I cannot think about for too long, because that visual of you fake going to save somebody and not saving them because of the color of their skin and the entire 911 understanding, because, oh yeah, you couldn't get Jamal. Oh well, just another one gone. Like, that shit, I don't know.
If after hearing about this story, you don't understand the level of frustration that Black folk in America have, then your privilege has just completely made you tone deaf, and it is what it is. All right. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. It's not going to never be that for me, for a person who can't comprehend. It just is what it is. Right. We move how we move. As a Black person, if you watch that clip and you have no understanding behind it, it's still in your mind, it's still, I'm not Black, I'm OJ, then you're the worst. You're the worst. And I don't want to be associated with anybody who doesn't understand how important and how urgent and how dangerous and how special and how amazing and how detrimental it can be to be Black. Like, it ain't sweet, but yet it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like, somebody could be like, you know what? I would give anything to not live in Nova Scotia. Man, I do anything to not be a girl. I hate being a female. I understand it, right? You would think, as horrible as it can potentially be to be a Black person in America, most people that are Black would not change that for the world, because the opposite end of the spectrum is so beautiful, right? But it has its moments. It has its moments. Trust me when I tell you. And not moments where, damn, I wish I wasn't Black. No, it's damn, I wish I didn't get treated like this, or I wish I didn't have to be looked at like this just because I'm Black, right? That's the frustration, right? But most of my brethren watching, my Black brothers that's watching, most of my Black sisters that's watching, me, about to be 51, we know how to move out here. We know how to move. And sometimes that level of frustration puts us in a place where we willing to risk it all. We are willing to risk it all for our frustrations to be heard and acknowledged, right? Even penitentiary chances. It happens. It happens to the best of us, right? But we know how to move out here. We know how to move. So this is not looking for pity. We don't want you to feel sorry for us. We want you to acknowledge and understand that, for lack of better words, if you're white, you got it better. You have a smoother path out here than we do. Understand that. Acknowledge it. Don't need you to feel sorry for us. We just want acknowledgement from our white brothers and sisters. That's it. And most of us, we can go a day, a week, or a month without ever thinking about any of that. But I just want you to think about it. That's all. I just want you to think about it today, even if it's just for this moment. Even if once the screen fades, you no longer think about it. At least you're thinking about it right now. And that's all I want. Just all I want. All right. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and tell a friend that we are here. All right. Black men, black women, white men, white women, our brown brothers and sisters, our Asians, Middle Easterns, we are all here rocking body warmers like body armor. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. So don't be no hater. Y'all have a good one.